Saito says, yo, what's up, man? How's it going? Excuse me. Entering my video details is having some technical errors. Should be working in a minute. We'll be starting the stream in a little bit. Just fixing up a few things. What's the name of? Just trying to. There we go. Come on. All right, now I'm in here. Whew. Yeah, sorry, I had to just get a few things set up. But look at me, EXP with my Link shirt. I have some little breakfast on the side. So my focus right now is and let me know if you can. I'm sure you can hear me, but let me know if anything happens, any technical difficulties. But what I'm focusing right now is I want to see if I can get some of the finishing commands of Ventus, especially his final ones. So far, you know, I still have this to go. I still have all this. So I'm gonna go in here and get some abilities up, everything. Yeah, so almost losing my train of thought, but yes. So in the morning, so what my job is, what I'm focusing on right now is I just want to go in here and have some fun and get an opportunity to get some finishing commands I didn't obtain when I was Ventus in the beginning. Oh, have you? You know, you were mentioning it in the Discord that you were definitely
yeah, trick. Yeah, yeah.
Whoops.
Got it. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that you were reading that manga. Reincarnation as a sword. What are your theories about why there's so much isekai, by the way? Just a thought that I'd like us to share. Like, what are your thoughts about it? Isekai in general. Or even starting the next life in some other world or whatnot. Like, what are your thoughts about those things? I'm gonna go find a good location where I can get a lot of money, and I think I have an idea. And it's back to Hollow Bastion Radiant Garden. Okay, so first in tow, since I know this one will require getting a lot of money, so I'm gonna be just decking out my deck, see what kind of command styles I want to activate to make this much faster. So 0 gravity related commands, lunges, like sliding. That one.
Bring it! Drip! Drip! Drip!
Whoops, messed that up. Dang it. Sky climber.
Drift.
Nice. It's fun to think of combining our reality's logic and another world's logic. Well, depending on what you mean by, when you think about when you say reality's logic. As I said, it depends on what you mean. But I would presume it's the idea that the way our world functions, of course. This is kind of what you're getting at. The way our world functions, how we would think things would function in our world, physically, with our senses and everything therein. And yet, in this other world, you got similar functions, but there are things that are existing and that are occurring that goes beyond what our physical world's existence has. So like you have a regular city, everything, no magic, no wizardry, none of the things, or no walking bipedal beast, wolfmans or anything like that nature. And then all of a sudden you're in another world where they exist. So what I get at it is like, the capacity to create a separate world that we know has been done in various shows and cartoons or even some movies anyway. But but being transferred there and kind of seeing how like this person would respond or interact with that world. So like you just have a different equation, like the way they would function in that world versus the world they know that they were familiar with from the beginning. It's like now that they're away from their their own world, now it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I, like, things of that nature, like the, what is it, Shield Hero was one. There was the one about with the wrestler, the lucha. That was funny. He literally suplexed the lady that apparently called him forth into her world. But the guy's tough. He's tough against fighting beasts. Like he's a tough man. So he could take care of himself well. Then you got several others. So in a way, yeah, I do agree. It's like that kind of world. That should get rid of him. Just like that. And it's always funny when you see it. It's like, because you're not used to experiencing the kind. Because imagine you in a world you never would have imagined being in. Imagine being transferred into a world full of vampires and zombies, and it's all dilapidated and decrepit, like nearly abandoned. Oh, knocked him into it. Yeah, nice try. deep down, I'm not even sure if I want to go into. Well, I don't even want to be in a world where there's like literally vampires and werewolves walking around, unless they're in peace. And they don't mind seeing humans around. It's like, okay, when you wash that teeth of yours, then everything will be okay. But imagine if it was a dentist, a professional dentist that went to that world. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just imagine the kind of characters' responses, and when they go into like some separate world that's not their own. Because they're not, yeah. So I get it.
Fire! Drip! Drip! Drip!
It's like, now I can get those flyers. Those guys would be so annoying. They'd be flying up in the air and jump up and get them. When you have the right setup, they're easy to get to.
Drip! Drip!
Out of curiosity, what isekai world would you have wanted to travel into if you had to imagine one for yourself? Just to be a bit funny. I know you've been watching them. You can start off like maybe with the ones you've been watching. Which ones you feel or you think would be like fun, or well, ones you want to visit. You can hear me, right? Or was it that you weren't paying attention? Or are you in the middle of something yourself? Because like I said, if you're in the middle of something and you don't hear me, that's why. Pay attention, bro. I'm serious. I said, what isekai world would you like to visit from any of the anime that you've seen so far? Or other world you would like to visit? You would have to think about that. Smart. Because you want to be transferred somewhere where you would not want to be. So you have to think wisely about that one. You said game ones. Mondaji or Dog Days. Interesting. Is Dog Days one where someone becomes a dog, so to speak, in another world or such? I'm curious what Mundaji is. Yeah, basic general plot summary, like without revealing details, is what do you call synopsis is fine. Like that's not a problem. That just means that just shares the basic plot state info. It doesn't reveal a lot. I love this mega flare. Then share the basic general plot line, please. If since that's not the case, I just assume Dog Days as being you reincarnated or you appear in another world as a dog. But go ahead, you can share what it might be about. I have no idea. And I could look it up, but I am playing a game. Sorry. And I don't feel like looking it up. So deal with it. There it is. Darn it, Horseo! I know your name is Saito, but darn it, Horseo! You PKK! Whatever I want to say next. Nah, it's okay. Well, I'll just look them up later. I ought to be like, yeah, PKK bonehead. You're hard-headed fool. Yeah, PKK was hard-headed though, literally. Like, like Hasio was man. Once he became who he became, it was just he just started losing it. Took care of that. All right, let's begin. Yo ho ho ho. So I read your statement there. problem children from another world. Emphasis on the word problem there. Well, I'll definitely check out this problem child and children and see what's up with that. But yeah, I just find it intriguing. I find it fascinating that they are pursuing a lot of anime focusing on otherworldly adventures. Kind of almost says something. You know? Like the understanding to me is like almost like what would be like if we were to escape into another world, live in another world besides this one, and explore that possibility of that idea. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if most people felt that way, especially with a lot of what's going on. So stuttering the word. Not to say that that's what they intended to convey, but it's like I feel like they explored like some possibilities behind, or explored some through fictional work, some ideas about like some otherworldly existences and ideas. And you know, they've been doing that. We've been doing that in fictional works for years, like. But and sometimes it was like, oh, this person gets transferred to another world. Other times it's just funny stuff. But yeah, you know, some occasions this is like often to the point where it just feels like you guys are talking about like exploring, want to escape in another world or something like. Alright, see what he said there? Tell me about it. There are so many of them being produced. It's like, can you produce some other stuff, please? Like, so many of them being produced. I can understand why people are getting tired of them. Because, like, it's like, we are aware that you guys are exploring some otherworldly existences with characters, yada yada yada. Thank you. Can you move to something else more different? Something else different, please. Like, I can tell that's what a lot of people are feeling like, and I understand. But the only isekai, I'll be honest and say, the only isekai I'm looking forward to is Heaven. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that. Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to. Not no play with some vampires or somewhere, or like some strange occurrences here and there. I'm like, can I get out of this place, please? But I get it. They've just been produced so much. That, you know, it just gets you to wonder, like, you know, the meanings and the purposes and the theories behind them. You know, to me at least. Like, I just like, he's like, so many of them. But yet, for many in the anime, very tiresome. Like, come on, something else, please. There are other anime out there, of course, but like, just getting a lot of those types. And you know, because I tend to read into things, I also tend to see some patterns. You know, usually, you know, something about creative works that some people may be aware of or may not think about is how they're, of course, cultural influences. So we already know exactly that even in anime there are cultural elements, common elements related to Japanese culture and so forth. And the way they design their anime and the way they perceive characters and everything and situations. Like, sometimes they'll design anime with Western influences or elements. like Afro Samurai and Big O. Yeah, especially Big O, most definitely. Like that's something that could be straight, like a setting straight out of like the 1940s or I don't know, not the 1940s or 30s.
Fire! Drip!
Mm-hmm.
Drip! Drip!
Oh no, you don't. It's getting it close to the face. Not too much to the face. Let me see. How much more do I have left? Ah, getting there. Perfect. Do you have a favorite isekai anime? I mean, it's okay if you love all or most of them, but like, even if you probably have maybe like top 3 favorites you love to watch or you would love to see, or maybe just manga read about or played or whatnot. Uh-oh. Come on. They give me the money. Oh, this is laughing. Just having fun. Don't judge, bro. But it's funny how, you know, the thing about isekai, it's funny how, like, especially anime, even, like, before this whole isekai thing started coming more and more, it was like, especially in anime form, it was more like, you had, like, of course, anime focusing on certain strange worlds anyway. So it's like the idea of, oh, why don't we just, now we're going to take the actual world, the real world of our existence, and now we're going to expand it to them visiting those other worlds. Yeah, and we're going to have different characters or different backgrounds doing it. There we go.
Fire!
noticed the cool thing about the Mega Flare is it not only destroys the first set of enemies that arrive, it destroys the second set as well. It's more like I'm taking you all with me, taking you all down kind of attack. I'm taking you with me! Zero gravity. Go. There we go. There we go. So 8 of those. Most of them. Gotcha. That's cool, bro. You know, it's like it's just an opportunity to explore unique and new things for yourself, you know. That's what I like about anime. Some of my favorites is like those ones where like the main character discovers that they are, or like they get some sort of power or such, and then maybe they discover that that power is related to them in some way. Probably ancestors, common ancestors or such, or anything of that nature. But I remember when I started watching shows, like I remember when I first started with anime, I think I already told you. Like, I started off, the first anime I ever seen in my life was Sailor Moon. That's what got me into anime. Yes, I loved Sailor Moon. And then I started seeing some other series like Cardcaptor Sakura, Rurouni Kenshin. And then I remember like going on to like the olden days of Cartoon Network and all that stuff. I don't even remember if it was called Cartoon Network or so, but I remember Toonami, and I remember I used to go on there and they would show a lot of different anime, everything. Like that's when I was first introduced to Naruto, and I remember they had that one show with the characters in armor, old style anime. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's been years, but then you got several more. So it's like I've been watching a lot of those different kinds of anime when I was younger, and they used to be a lot on TV. I mean, there's still some instances. I don't know if they still do it on the weekends for Toonami now. It's been years since I last checked, so I hardly watch those shows anymore, or I hardly watch those channels as much anymore, because now it's like I don't really see a lot of the anime stuff like I used to. I mean, they might still have the Saturday evening anime Toonami cartoons, maybe. I have to take a look. It's been a long time. But I would tune in a lot. Sailor Moon was like on another channel, and it would be premiering. It would show up on like Saturdays. But I was patient because I wanted to watch it. Almost done. Gotcha. And Yojo Senki is referring to the saga of Tanya the Evil. Just to be clear on that one. And I think my brother told me that apparently she's a reincarnated person. Unless I'm wrong, unless they were wrong about that. But there was something about the main character, or Tanya herself. Ah. And I think they told me, and I remember they told me that it was somebody that, quote unquote, somewhat very evil or somewhat very vicious or whatnot. I wouldn't be surprised. I was in a little singing mood. Saga of Tanya the Evil. Gotcha. There we go. Gotcha. Well, I know one thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I might watch that one today. I mean, I have been watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, so I'm watching anime one at a time, but it doesn't hurt to find an anime, some like maybe 2 or 3 different anime to watch. I don't know, I might watch that today. But what was, there we go, Celebration. But what was the website? I think, yeah, if you want to send me that link to that site with the anime, go ahead. Unless it's on my PlayStation on Tubi, I'll have to take a look. It might be there, but if not, you can, yeah, I can just check for that link you sent before. And watch it there. I saw that notification for that, thanks. Actually, I want to do Celebration. I made that little error. Let me try that again. Oh. So literally you're celebrating. And it's giving you money and everything. Work! No, well, it is meant to celebrate, literally. Yeah, so that's based on number of enemies, and that one, I think I have an idea what that one might be. I'm not sure, but I might have to test it out and see if I can get it right into it. I actually got a better place for this. I have to see what, I think I know why it's doing that. Yeah, I get why it's doing that. It's because of the, either the, whatchamacallit, either the, expression in that bracket there is wrong. Maybe the way I set it up is wrong, or it may not work well for YouTube. It might be most likely going to show up on Twitch, but I have to troubleshoot that later and see what's going on with that. Because on YouTube, you can show points, user points. So I'll have to go in there and troubleshoot and see why that doesn't show the experience points. It's supposed to do that. Yeah, because it works on both. So I don't understand that. And I always have some buddy streamers. I also have to see if I have any issues with that. I'll probably ask them a question. Yeah, maybe they can help me out with that. If that is a problem and I am not able to fix it. Oh, that was close. Okay. Let me try that again. Just test. Just testing stuff. There were a few things I already tried already, unless the shot. Wait, hold on. No, I tried the thunder one. I'm just gonna go in the here. They're all green, but I tried a thunderstorm, so I'm not sure which one to try out. Okay. So, what you call it? Okay, so you have a lot of these. Okay, so finish commands. Ventus. Because that green one. Because I already did so many things to try to see if I can unlock that one, and I still couldn't get it. So that's the only thing that's getting to me a lot. So, because I already have Air Flare 2. Ah, okay. It's like, really? Ha ha. Well, not too sure about that. So I have once more equipped. I think it's just I didn't really succeed at creating the effect. So let me see here. Yeah, so you got once more. So let me go back to abilities. Yeah, so once more is down here. Ensures you always regain 1 HP throughout a combo that would otherwise finish you off unless you are already at 1 HP when the first attack hits. Trying to get them to do that. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so that one didn't. So that one got me still. Yeah, so the challenge is, even though I have the ability once more intact, I think the only, already at 1 HP when the first attack hits. You have to make it so that way, excuse me, that you can get at least one of those hits in. Now this one, I'm just gonna focus on the blue one because I know it's gonna take me a while. But all I have to do for the blue one is take a ton of steps, literally. Yeah, see? 9, 10, 11, 12. So you gotta take a ton of steps. I was just curious. Well, literally, that's all I'm doing. Because I'm just running around. But the fighting mode does make me run faster, so. There we go. Yeah, it said about like, I think for this one it said about 3,500 or 4,000 steps, not sure. 2,500 steps. It's a lot of steps. So I found this hot spot, so I'm just going to use it to constantly run faster. Get him run like a mile or so. That's it. Come on! Say nope. See how far I got. 2016. Okay, not bad. Yeah, this is actually a good spot. Because I thought I deduced that if one was to complete this kind of type of command requirement, or this type of command conditioning, you want to definitely find a good spot where enemies will show up more, that you'll be prone to run fast. Thus, you're making a lot more steps, a lot faster steps than the few words you were just like this. And I get to evade attacks, so I'm just like running around like, let me run here, let me run there, let me do this, let me do that. It's like just quietly running. So let me just do a quiet jog here and there, you know what I'm saying? Quietly run. Oh, no, you don't. Quiet! Just peace and quiet, just running like just... Well, people coming in like, what this guy doing? Like, he's just jogging around the, the bend. You're just jogging here and there, just speeding up, getting every step as much as possible just to get a finish command. Like, honestly, I kind of find it funny and also a little ridiculous, but that's just how they said it. They said, oh, well, for some of these commands, you're going to have to take a lot of steps. It's like, literally, really, I got to do all this just to get a certain single command here. And it wasn't really like that simple to figure out. You know, maybe some people might have figured it out on their own. But I can only figure out so much. So there are some things where I know I was able to figure out, and there are some things where I just didn't quite understand. Like, why, like, how was this set up? Some I had a clue and an idea, others I didn't. And so it's just, I just openly admitting, like, I just didn't know what to do on some of the, getting some of these finish commands. So I said, you know what, just do research and just check and find out. It just so happened I found out that the way to do it is one that I didn't really get a clear explanation of, unless they gave a clue in the tutorials. I don't recall any of that when they mentioned the finish commands. So I think it's just easy. I think it's easy to like experience a hit or miss when it comes to the unlocking the finish commands, because you can go normally about it, but then you might get stuck on one finish command wondering, why isn't that leveling up? What's going on? What's causing that to grow? Why isn't it like expanding? What's happening? And then you find out, oh, I'm supposed to do this specific thing just to unlock that command. I mean, I don't know if it's a little disheartening for someone. It's like you're trying to figure it out on your own, and then all of a sudden you come across certain commands that you just don't know what to do about. It just, you know, stuff like that can happen, unfortunately. Like, how was I supposed to know that I had to take a ton of steps just to unlock a certain command right now that I'm trying to get? And I was doing everything else, and it's like, nope, sorry, this one you got to take a lot of steps. And I was like, oh, really? And who would have knew that one other one where you have to have the ability of once more, or this other ability just to get into the 1 HP setting? And it's like, wow, I gotta risk doing that just to unlock another command. It's like, okay. Take a little breather. Alright, almost there, 3,644. Man, it's like, come on! There's so many of those things. Oh, I feel like I won't go to sleep, like, just literally. Almost there. I think the idea that's 5,000 steps. That's probably what you have, 5,000. 5,000 steps. Alright, keep exercising, keep running. Let's go, let's go. Keep going, man. You could do it, Ventus. You're faster than Terra. He is faster than Terra, by the way. Even close to being as fast as Aqua. Or even, maybe even faster than her there. Like, anyway, come on, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Golden whistle. Let's get going. Sheesh. I am going to take a little break after unlocking the command, and then I'm going to switch over to Aqua and do her final mission. As planned today anyway. I plan to do that, so. Oh boy. I'm like, just yawning. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not gonna let you attack me. By now, at this point, it should be able to get something. There we go. Let me guess, is that steps too? Let me just see. Is that steps? Yep, that's steps as well. Well, I'm not gonna try to get that, but let me test out Air Flare 3. Oh wow. So it's like an air double. After a couple hits, to eventually knock him in the air and you keep going with it. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. I think that's what referred to as explosion. And then that one I believe is heel strike. That's why it's the once more thing. Okay, I get it. Alright, so I'm going to take a little break. Oh my gosh. I need a break at this point. So I'll be right back.
Things are good.
Sales are up, and we were getting new customers daily. Then the unthinkable happened.
COVID-19 has been declared a global pandemic. The world as we knew it was changing. Yeah, I don't even know. Crazy times.
There was uncertainty, and customers stopped coming in.
We had to close the restaurant.
We shut all our retail locations. We wondered, what does this sudden freeze mean for our employees?
We sent emails.
And posted to social media.
Asking our customers to stay with us. We can get through this.
And then, the orders started coming in.
Our customers sent comments with their online orders.
Telling us to stay strong.
Our dining room was closed, but our kitchen was hot, and we loaded the trucks with orders.
Moms across the country wrote in to tell us that they need these bites of happiness and
Alright, I'm back. I am back. So now it's Aqua's turn. I was like, you can only have so many abilities, but oh, there it is, Kira. But it still works out. Raging Storm, Fire to Blast. I mean, they're okay, but they still leave you open if you're not used them. If you don't use them carefully. So I think that's the only downside to those attacks. They are both still powerful attacks. I think it's just the openness. Even Time Splicer still has that issue, but they still work out. Just wonder if I need it sooner. Yeah, magnet and thunder related attacks. He's a villain of, what does MHA stand for? Alright, here we go. Alright, Aqua, let's go. Let's go take care of the bad guys. Yeah, we're going on a trip, alright. We're going on a journey for this final fight. Unintentional rhyme, by the way. Ah, man.
The three of us will always be one.
Imagine if I just played the whole game just walking. It'd be like taking hours to get to one location. Ah. And the look of the main villain. Oh, next time. Oh, okay. I still gotta see the rest of My Hero Academia, so forgive me if I don't really know all the things there is about that show. Yeah, I don't know all the characters at this point, but I will. Oh, you just ghost drive the wind. I didn't think to fight these guys early. Oh, I'm enjoying this like this. Just OP. Just like Terra with all those meteor and asteroid summons. Then with Ventus, you just have those beams of light that you can just summon and, as an air, like AoE attack, light attacks. Just very powerful. And it's all with the right setup too. Yeah.
Come on.
Got him. I know Ventus has a final attack command, finishing command, but That one I would have to work hard to get once I get all the other finishing commands leveled up. And then I'll be able to obtain that one. Yeah, I think I already got, I believe, yeah, I already have Terra's, and that's the one where, if I recall, he summons a lot of rocks. Coming down onto the earth. I got him. I believe I'm okay. At least I have Akuraja in the backup. I know these are all set too. So. Alright then. Let me go to the Shotlock command. I think I'll give her... I know I got Bubble Blaster. I'll just give her original. I was thinking of getting her Absolute Zero, but I'm not sure about that. Well, actually, you know, here, I'll give her Absolute Zero. And then, what else? And that's about it. Man, talk about a Keyblade graveyard. Alright, here we go. Because we played Terra, we already know from his side what actually happened.
was told the Master was struck down.
Yes, that's right. I was stupid and helped Xehanort do it. The Master. He tried to hurt Ven. I only fought because I wanted to protect him. But I was tricked. Xehanort set the whole thing up. Also, he could awaken the darkness inside me. You were right, Aqua. And so was the Master. I did need to be watched. I went astray. But no more.
What else is darkness but hate and rage? Xehanort is feeding the dark fires within you, making you fight. You'll go astray again. Tell me, how does that honor our Master's memory, Terra?
Xehanort wants me and Vanitas to fight. And make some kind of Keyblade. But the Master said we can't let that happen. And he tried to destroy me for it.
Keyblade?
I still don't know exactly what it is. But it scares me to death. Even just the thought of it.
Relax, Ben. We're here, and we're gonna take care of you.
I may have to fight Vanitas after all. If I do, guys, I want you to...
The three of us can never be torn apart, all right? I'll always find a way.
I'm asking you, as a friend. Just... put an end to me.
Behold, these lifeless keys used to be full of power, united with the hearts of their masters. On this barren soil, keyblades of light and darkness were locked in combat, as a great keyblade war raged. Countless keyblade wielders gave up their lives, all in search of one ultimate key. And it will soon belong to me. Keyblade!
I'm going to watch this again. I don't mind.
Aqua!
you okay?
How about you leave the popsicle with me, so you can go have your little fight with Tara? You can't be too happy about him deep sixing your master.
Who are you?
You think you two have got some grand role to play? As if. You're only here so that when I finish you
Well,
off,
if it isn't Braid,
Tara will succumb to
aka
the darkness.
Zigbar.
So, who wants to go first?
Shut up!
Oh, so this kiddo thinks he's a full-fledged Keyblade wielder. He's got the angry look down.
Go ahead if you want to waste your time. Keep trying to drive us apart with your mind games. It'll never work. Tara will prove to you he's stronger!
Aqua!
Well, turn of Braid. There you go.
Come on! Take that!
Take this!
Take that!
Come on, bro. You can do better than that.
Take this!
Come on!
Come on!
Freeze!
Come on! That's the
Got
end
him.
of that.
Yeah, so predictable, bro. I mean, that other attack though was new. With all those dark bullets that he's shooting.
I keep forgetting don't mess with Keyblade wielders. But you know what? That just means I made the right choice. Well, he wanted me to buy time, and I'd say he got it.
What? Ven!
Aqua! I'm asking you, as a friend. Just put an end to me.
Gosh, I'm glad you're okay.
There's Mickey.
Ven! Thank goodness. Ven, you're safe.
Ah, but look what's in his hand.
Ven? Oh!
This is probably when Venitus went in, so because he went into Ven, so they're both internally in a fight right now.
Correct. I am not Ventus. His heart has become a part of mine now. This Keyblade will open a door. One that leads to all worlds. Then, Keyblade-bearing warriors will flock here from each and every one of them to battle for the light within Kingdom Hearts. And just like the legend says, the Keyblade War will begin!
Shut up! I'm sick of your nonsense. Give Ven his heart back!
And at this time, Ven and Vanitas are fighting, so...
Let's team up!
Whoa, whoa.
Come on!
Yeah. This can be changed.
Oh, nice.
Take that!
Forever.
Let's team up!
Yeah. Suffer.
Freeze! Take that!
Nice try.
Come on! Heal!
Got it.
What's wrong? Giving up already?
Terra. Ven. Lend me strength.
You're just wasting your energy.
It's not only her, I also presume maybe with what Ben was doing in Vanitas. I mean, what they were when they were both fighting. Yeah. At least that's how I'm seeing it. Plus, this explains the big explosion.
Where am I?
Aqua, you lost consciousness. Fortunately, Mickey found you and Ventus drifting in the lanes between, and brought you back to me to receive proper care. I am sorry, but there was no sign of terror.
I see. Ventus!
The boy's heart is sleeping.
When will he wake?
I could not say. It is almost as though his heart has left. Should it return, he may very well wake. Should it not, then he may sleep like this for all eternity.
No. I'll keep him safe. Until he wakes. Forever if I have to.
I will tell you what your friend needs right now. It is not your protection. He needs you to believe. You see, Ventus's heart hangs in the balance. It sleeps in the place between light and darkness. From all I can perceive, that means he will be looking for a friend, one who believes in him, to show him the way home. Just as long as you love him, then Ventus will be able to find you when he wakes. He can follow that love back to where he belongs. The realm of light.
Ah. Don't you worry, Aqua. I believe in Ben too. Gosh, he's been as good a friend to me as anybody. And if both you and me believe in him with all our hearts, then he'll have 2 lights to follow instead of 1.
3 lights. Terra.
But Terra's gone. Maybe for good.
I think I know how to find him.
Wow. So that's what happened in Aqua's story. Aqua's story is showing a bit of the aftermath of that fight. Ventus's heart is asleep, drifting about, as seen in his story. And then you have Terra, who is stuck in the armor. That becomes the optional boss, Lingering Will, in Kingdom Hearts 2. So yeah, you're basically like we just saw exactly a bit of the end of the whole story, but there's still more. I found out there's supposed to be something else that's supposed to happen. Don't know for sure if it's if I unlocked it. It's supposed to be like a secret ending or another segment. It's called Fragmentary Passage, so I'm not sure if I got it. And she's going like, bye! Yeah, Kyrie. And when I saw that necklace, because she has that in the Kingdom Hearts game, so it's like, so now I know. It's like that's where she got it from. Aqua is the one who gave that to her, and for protection. And then so, but when you look at it, Terra is like the reflection of. I mean, well, not Terra. So like, because you have Sora, Riku, and Kyrie. So Riku is like a reflection of Terra in a way, because he ends up getting lost in the darkness, almost like Terra, who taps into the darkness. And then you have Aqua, Kyrie, the necklace, and certain reflections and everything else. And then finally you have Sora, Ventus. And of course you look at Roxas. And you have Ventus is like Sora. You look at that like Roxas looks like Ventus. So you got this connection going on here. It's more prophetic. Like, you know, it's like it's just showing how the characters match up to what's happening, and you can see the destination that it's going. But the way the story goes, even just by observing this portion, is that Ericus and Xehanort, growing up, becoming masters, have had treaded upon two different paths. Ericus can be of the path of light, but Xehanort the path of darkness, though he wants to tap into and unlock the light as well. But he'll do it in the most secretive and the most deceptive means to do so. He'll do whatever it takes. For him, it's the end that justifies the means. He doesn't care who gets hurt, who dies, or whatnot. So we got the Seeker. I used 82 times, okay. Oh, sorry, I can't answer the door. So I was knocking on the door, but I can't answer it right now. In the middle of this. So, I'm not sure if I unlocked it at this point. Now what happens if I click on New Game? See, the secret movie is difficult to unlock in this mode. Yeah, so there's a secret movie. Yeah, so there's a secret movie, but you have to, depends on the mode you choose. I'm just gonna see if anything is different here. So it's still, okay. So it's still all three. I have to click it, but it's alright. I'm not going to save. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, like, get back to the main menu and everything. So, yeah, I tried putting all the buttons to get out of here, but I couldn't. Let me skip the scenes. So I gotta do this, right?
So long.
And the plan after this is once I get out of here and then all that, I'm just going to check a little bit of the archives. Because I want to see all of Xehanort's reports. Read them out loud and see what he found and everything. I'm going to reveal more of his motives and everything, but he wants to tap into it. He said he wants to, like, starting another Keyblade war. Like, he just has that strong interest in that. And it's like, why are you so interested in this? Is it for the sake of quote-unquote science type thing? If it is, I'm sorry, but well, I'm not sorry. If it is, then I know you're already thinking the wrong way, because even when you think of science, there are people whose curiosity will end up killing people. Because sometimes what's absent in many of sciences, not every passage of science, is morality. It just depends on the person running it, that's all. Or even destroy or ruin people or anything like that. If anyone wants to know, you can check out Full Metal Alchemist. That one guy with the glasses. Oh my gosh, what he did. Alright, so title screen. And demands and everything. Okay. So I'm going to go. So I earned the Key Slinger trophy for taking out 9,999 unversed. Woo! That's a lot. So I'm actually 75% complete. So I got all of his reports from what it looks like. So here we go. So here's Xehanort's letter. Time to do some narration. Here we go. Please accept my deepest gratitude for the invitation to witness your pupil's accession to the office of true Keyblade Master. It was a heavy mantle our master placed upon your shoulders in naming you successor, but you have nonetheless persevered and raised two masters yourself. I know it cannot have been easy. I did you terrible harm in the past over a petty difference in opinion, and just a few years ago selfishly thrust my own burdens upon you. I think of you like a younger brother, and yet, fool that I am, I have never availed myself of countless opportunities to apologize or thank you for opening your home to the boy. Yet not once have you blamed me. On the contrary, here you are inviting me to such an important ceremony. I intend to be there to offer you all my blessings. Our master chose his heir wisely. Ours is a bizarrely ironic task, to watch over the light from the shadows. But in the face of that, the warmth in your heart and unfailing dedication to the light impressed me to no end. I have taken to wandering the world, and see much darkness hiding in the light. Lately, I fear it has taken a turn for the worse. Perhaps Yen Sid has already told you about the unversed. These fledgling emotions derive from negativity, and I can now sense their presence in nearly every world. And on the topic of darkness, we must speak of another matter that concerns me, one related to the upcoming ceremony. When I visited several years ago, your pupil Terra drew my attention. His power is immense, to be sure, but within his heart I could see darkness, just waiting to be awakened. I know this is none of my business, but I have reservations about welcoming Terra as true Keyblade Master without taking certain precautions. The traditional examination, perhaps, to see if he has the mark of mastery. The choice is yours. I will humbly respect your decision. Take care. I eagerly await our long overdue reunion. So this must be his letter to Ericus. Gotcha. Ooh, that was a little crack there. Saito, you still there, buddy? Hopefully you can hear me. So that letter was his writing to Ericus, expressing his gratitude, expressing his blessings, condolences. He mentioned about differences of opinion. He said, yep, cool. Differences of opinion. So we already have an indication just by playing this whole game that perspective counts here to who to trust. And Xehanort played the hand that they dealt with. And unfortunately, they walked into his trap. Although they seem to have won a bit, because they did stop the, well, actually they did one, they stopped the Keyblade from forming. That's the one thing he wanted to happen. And unfortunately it was shattered. So, it did not work for him. And plus he got defeated by Terra. Because he was shocked. How are you still alive? Like, so in a way, he seemed to have almost had it. That's what he wanted through Vanitas and Ventus coming together. But, however, it was all destroyed by Ven, Aqua, and Terra combined. And Terra lingering will fighting him in the end. Especially when I used that Zen Tetsuken to finish him off, which was a tight but perfect finishing move, by the way. I still gotta post that vid. Still though, we won. In a way. In a way we won because we successfully prevented him from getting that blade. He's still gonna try because he's still in the body of Terra. So he's gonna do whatever it takes. And I know he has appeared in Kingdom Hearts 3 with that body. So, if I recall, yeah. So, definitely. And you have Xemnas himself, who's another form of Xehanort, if I recall. Yeah. So, like, because he had like 2 or 3, like, you have a nobody, like, he was formulating himself in many ways. And it was interesting to see, like, the Radiant Guardian, you see some of the characters that are going to eventually become the nobodies in the later series. So it was fun to see that. Who had to get the opportunity to do some play fighting with Lee as Ventus. But Lee becomes a cool ally later, so he's really awesome. Very friendly, really cool. Xehanort's Report 1. Much time has passed since I left the home of my youth behind. And in the myriad let me hold on. I need to sound more astute, like more formal. Like, you gotta have that little deep, thriving voice, you know what I mean? So, much time, not that deep, but much time has passed since I left the home of my youth behind. And in the myriad worlds I have since visited, I have gained much knowledge. On these pages, I intend to record a portion of that knowledge and put the course of my life to paper. Upon reflection, my life underwent the most considerable sea change when I arrived at that place. And you're like, well, what place did he arrive? Yes, it began when I found a master, and another I would later call my brother, when I found a new home. Ah, the place in which that's when he met Ericus. Because in Kingdom Hearts 3, you see that they're young, and that was them in the beginning, the opening thing, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, that was them. Then there was the Keyblade. For what purpose was it to be gotten, and by whom? During my training as one of its wielders, the precepts offered a clear answer. The Keyblade existed so that we who watched over the light could protect the world from the shadows. But was that the true answer? The true answer! Could there not be more to it than that? My heart sought knowledge, so I sometimes visited other worlds, though such travel was forbidden unless duty required, and found what my heart sought. He sought for knowledge, like knowledge was his forte, his cup of tea. Our master instructed us to don armor while traveling between worlds, so that we might shield ourselves from the darkness, just like those three. So they had armor as well. But there in the lanes between, I could feel the force of it, the power, and from then on, I forewent my armor's protection. I had been told the darkness would devour me, but what terrors could it possibly hold, so long as I found the strength to control it? He's already getting his thoughts. He's already seeing where he's going now. The world is vast, and the world within the greater world, uncountable. Like little islands, they dot a great ocean between which keeps them ignorant of each other, uncorrupted. Each world had its own order, unlike us, they could not know of the world in its entirety, and we were never to enlighten them. In ancient times, no such buffers kept the larger world divided. There were no walls of light enclosing each smaller world the way they do today. Nothing prevented one from physically interfering with the next. Right, because in the world, there were no light wall enclosing each smaller world. You can go into any world and interfere and interact in it. At that time, the world was filled with light and a great many Keyblade wielders. But without buffers, the worlds began to squabble over ownership of the light. You see, they learned of the Keyblade's true use. And so, knowing this, they sought control to obtain that light. That's why he said he wanted to have another war so they can all fight for that light in Kingdom Hearts. So you can already see where his thoughts are starting to come into that direction. You see, they learned of the Keyblade's true use. War broke out as each of the Keyblade wielders struggled to lay claim to an almighty entity known as Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts could be described as an aggregate of hearts. Worlds too have hearts, just like people. Each world's heart is concealed from sight beyond a hidden door. By gathering all the hearts of all the worlds in a single place, one may complete Kingdom Hearts. The idea of the heart is spiritual, in the sense that where Xehanort is coming from here. He's not looking at like the physical organ that people call heart. When they look at science, they look at the heart, the physical organ. That that's the identification of the physical organ. But he's looking at, hold it now. The heart is more than a physical organ here. The heart of this world, the hearts that are there, it is spiritual in the sense of the human being. It's more beyond the physical. And that's correct. Like, usually when people think of heart, they think of a concept, but there's more spiritual to the heart than it is the physical. But anyway. And when Kingdom Hearts is complete, it is said that the one who opens its doors will bring about the creation of the next world. Such a feat is above any human. Now he said it is said, so it is not certain. We don't know. I don't know if that's true, but it's just what was said by somebody or certain people. Or to put it a different way, whoever opens that door will be reborn as something far greater than human. So he's hearing a lot of things, getting knowledge, and he's wondering about this power beyond this door, because it is supposedly a door. Supposedly. So it's identifying some realm, spiritually, some place in this world that goes beyond what is naturally human, and he wants to tap into it. Some otherworldly substance, essence. Light and darkness are two sides of the same coin. Yeah, I talked about that, light and dark. Vader versus Luke. No, I'm just kidding. Star Wars. No. Light and darkness are two sides of the same coin. Without darkness, there is no light. The Keyblade wielders' great war over Kingdom Hearts was fought by defenders of the light. Servants of darkness, those who sought to reconcile the two, and those motivated by nothing more than lust for power. It says, let me read that again. The Keyblade wielders' great war over Kingdom Hearts was fought by defenders of the light. Servants of darkness, those who sought to reconcile the two, and those motivated by nothing more than lust for power. So he's like describing 4 different groups of motives in that fight. A whole spectrum of thought was swept into the conflict, and the worlds that did not go to war found the war brought to them. In the end, the whole world was cast into darkness. Because the ones who were supposed to be the defenders of the light, the majority of them died. And that was how the ancient Keyblade War drew to a close. And there are older games. I found out that there are older Kingdom Hearts games. I think one on the mobile or such that actually shows leading to a Keyblade War. So you get to find out how and when the Keyblade War starts to come to light. And so, yeah, they're all like the motives, lust for power, trying to reconcile the light and dark, those wanting to serve the dark and those wanting to defend the light. So, and from the darkness, or fight for the light over the darkness. So, yeah, To this day, no one has ever managed to open the door to Kingdom Hearts. Sometime later, the little light that remained in the hearts of the few gave rise to the world we know today. One made of many worlds behind just as many walls, so that the Keyblade War would not be repeated. I think he's talking about the princesses, because those princesses definitely have the light. So it looks like I'm missing, so I got 4. So I'm missing 5, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm missing 5, so I'll have to improvise on that one. Yeah, so I'm missing 5. I'll have to find a way to get that one. But anyway, it says, at least I'll skip through 6. I'll find out what 5 says eventually, but there are 3 families of Keyblades: the Keyblades of Light we wield, the Keyblades of Darkness, and Keyblades of Heart. The first and second families differ only in origin. Keyblades of Darkness are found in the realm of darkness, and are counterparts to the Keyblades we use in the realm of light. The third type of key, the Keyblade of Heart, came into existence when the world was reorganized after the Keyblade War. Without this key, Kingdom Hearts is forever beyond a person's reach. That must be the cross Keyblade thing he's talking about. If I let's see what he says. Only by gathering together 7 hearts of pure light. Ah, the princesses. Hearts completely devoid of darkness. May one forge a Keyblade of Heart open the door to Kingdom Hearts. And as stated before, opening this door arguably gives that person control over all worlds and all people. Ah, get it? That's what was happening in Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2, I believe. One of those two or both. I think it was the first one. No, it wasn't the first one. It was one of, and yeah, it was one of those two or both. Yeah, the princesses. I remember that. I have uncovered the Keyblade's ultimate mystery. You see, besides the 3 families of Keyblades, there's another. Oh, okay, here we go. The other Keyblade. X-Keyblade. It's kind of almost a little confusing, but anyway. While it may sound the same when spoken, it is notated uniquely. X-Blade, Keyblade. It sounds the same when spoken. And make no mistake, while it resembles a normal Keyblade, it is something altogether different. Keyblades are said to be man-made counterparts to Kingdom Hearts. The Keyblade, however, it coexists with Kingdom Hearts. It is only forged when 2 hearts of equal power intersect, 1 heart of pure darkness and 1 heart of pure light. At the time of its forging, Kingdom Hearts appears. It must be noted, though, that this Kingdom Hearts is special. Unlike the kingdoms brought about forcibly and artificially through the collection of hearts, this Kingdom Hearts is a perfect and complete union of all the world's hearts. Surely it was over this that the ancient Keyblade world was fought. So you can say that, especially with quote-unquote Ansem, which actually looks like Xehanort, literally. So it wasn't really Ansem. It was a lie. But anyway, there was an explanation of that. But anyway, if so, the walls, when they collected the 7 princesses, yeah, that was another attempt to open the door. And he almost did too. He almost unlocked it. So it was his second attempt. If so, I think that was him in Terra's body. Now that I think about it, okay, I'll have to go back and look at that, because I looked at his look and I was like, wait a minute, is that who I thought it was? This is very interesting. I was like, now I'm finding out more. If so, the walls that divide the worlds today are of little consequence. With the Keyblade, all their hearts could be instantly reunited, and the Keyblade War refought. You kind of think of why he was able to take upon Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1 and possess him a bit more, because you gotta think about Terra. And you see, it's like there's all these connections going on here. But anyway, my brother pupil Ericus thinks only in absolutes. He has persuaded himself that light is the only way, but forgets that light cannot exist without shadow. So we're already seeing his thinking. See, he sees that you can't have light without shadow. He believes that so, in such, he is in disagreement with Ericus in the way he thinks, in the way he wants to settle and live things. I understand that. I believe a balance of light and darkness is what sustains our world, but too much of the darkness has been stamped out, disrupting that balance. There we go. Already we're getting somewhere. Someone must tear down this tyranny of light and tyranny of light. He sees it as a tyranny. Isn't this something? And reorganize the world around the darkness, which then creeps back in. It's because of what he believes so much. Ericus and I did not see eye to eye. I left and wandered the world. I see. So that letter earlier, the first letter, was him, quote-unquote, reconciling. But not so much. It was inherently a lie. So we're about to find out his lie, you know. This was perhaps the first time I felt truly free since that day I departed my boyhood home. But free to do what? I had already shown the mark and become a Keyblade Master. But having been passed over as successor, all that remained to me was the road of teacher. Ordinarily, Keyblade Masters take pupils under their wings, malleable minds in which to impress the precepts of the Keyblade wielder and keep our profession alive for generations to come. Was my time drawing to an end then, after all I had accomplished since casting away the place of my birth? Surely waiting for a quiet death would not do, not when there was still so much I needed to see for myself. Powers help me, I thought. My body is so old. Already getting the sense here about his body being old. He needs a young, fresh body. We Keyblade Masters have a special gift. We can extract a heart, be it our own or that of another. Here we go. By continuing this cycle, it is possible to remain in the world of the living forever. As a boy, I dreamed of seeing the farthest reaches of the world. If I only went far enough, there had to be a world out there in which no one had ever set foot. And now I know of just such a world. If I become the first to open Kingdom Hearts' door, I can create a next world in which light and darkness exist in perfect equilibrium. So, just to make it clear, like, it's light and dark combined that he wants. He wants he wants equilibrium. He wants perfection. And he believes unlocking and tapping into Kingdom Hearts will do that. So, in his theories and his analysis, if he can tap into Kingdom Hearts, he can take over and create a new world. A whole new world, just of light and of darkness. But combined in perfect harmony, like light and dark in equilibrium. I don't even know what that would look like, honestly. I don't even know how that would function, honestly. But he sees light and dark. They have to coexist. Not to pinpoint a say here, but I almost get the sense of like a Buddhist perspective or Hinduist perspective here, or such, where or that kind of it's that belief in balance, like there has to be a balance of light and dark. That's kind of the perspective he's taking. I'm not saying he's Buddhist or Hinduist or any of that nature, but I've heard that, or there's another term, maybe not Buddhist or Hinduist, there's another term for that, but it's that belief that has to be a balance between light and darkness, so to speak, and that you can't have light without dark or dark without light kind of thing. I've heard those kind of beliefs before. It's almost synonymous to how Xehanort believes what's going on in the world of Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, it's rather very almost prophetic. But you can see like what he was doing. He wanted perfect balance of both. And he said this tyranny of light. So to him, what he believed is that you can't have one over the other. It's not like he wants all darkness. He wants both. That's the difference. That's the difference. I don't know if that might be different than Vader, because I don't think Vader's like dark side completely. Xehanort is like dark side and light side. So he wants both. He doesn't want the light to be the taking over all the darkness. He's willing to allow light, but he wants it to be balanced and synonymous with darkness. He wants them to coexist. That is... That's kind of a little... No, that's... No, sorry. I don't agree with that. And I can't really say what that light and darkness concept looks like for this world of Kingdom Hearts, other than it's got a lot to do with those creatures, the unversed, and maybe the evil and the good. So he's seeing like a balance between good and evil, G versus E, balance kind of thing, perhaps. But he wants it in perfection, equilibrium, and I don't know what kind of perspective of that perfection he has. But in all honesty, with how he's behaved, I definitely would not want him to do that. So he's only human. He's trying to pursue that. We already know what's going to be the result of that. That's going to be a downfall for him. And I can't wait to finish Kingdom Hearts 3 to see it. But finally caught up on the reincarnated. I know you've been reading that, so that was odd when you said caught up. I was like, caught up? Aren't you? You've been reading that, so I didn't think you were, unless you meant some other, because I didn't think you were caught up. And that would mean that you haven't read it in a while and you're now catching up. But you've just been reading it, so I'm just saying, because I was like, wait, caught up. I know you've been reading it all day, so, but I'm just saying, but. That's good. Interesting manga, by the way. Reincarnated as a sword. Anyway, so there I stood, with vast knowledge in one gnarled, dying hand and newfound purpose in the other. The next step was clear. I needed a new vessel. He already said he was very old in like one of the 2 letters, so it was like... There's only 36 chapters out so far, and so you're caught up to the maximum number of chapters that are available at this moment. Gotcha. Good for you, man. I don't even know about reading that manga on Claymore after that cliffhanger in the anime. I don't know anymore. Well, anyway, it's like you look at it, it's like, oh, because it's so long. But it finished, but it's so long. Anyway, it's like, why? Up to like 50-some episodes. Like, why? I think 40, 50, I don't know. But anyway, the next step was clear. I needed a new vessel. Not even 20 episodes. I'm trying to remember. They could have done seasons, perhaps, but they didn't. Now they're doing seasons for anime. They could have done that with that anime. I'm just saying. Anyway, and that was when I met Ventus and made him my pupil. We were destined to meet, and I could sense the potential within him. But the boy was too benign for his own good. I came to the conclusion he was too frail to serve as a vessel. I decided to use him for a second purpose I had in mind. And somehow he learned how to do this. I don't know how he learned to do this, but he said, I saw what he did, but I was just like, he somehow learned to master much of the darkness throughout his body. Like Terra has access to dark powers itself. But anyway, he said, I will remove the darkness from his heart and split him in 2. Then I would have my heart of pure light and my heart of pure darkness. There we go. As was to be expected, Ventus lacked the constitution for such an ordeal. I was able to remove the darkness inside him and create Vanitas, a heart of pure darkness. But Ventus drifted into the clutches of sleep. It is his heart of pure light and Vanitas' heart of pure darkness. If both could be made strong enough to one day clash, I knew the Keyblade would be forged. But Vanitas took too much of Ventus' heart, and from that fracture I could see the last of Ventus' light was slipping away. The boy deserved the place to spend his final moments peacefully. And what should come to mind but my own boyhood home? My lace took me there on bidding, and as I stood there on the same beach where I had my choice so many years ago, the island, Destiny Island, that's where he was from. Yeah, that's right. He was from there. Yes. I thought, not a single thing, because he was carrying, and when you started as Ventus, and he was wearing that Organization 13 hood and everything, but Maybe it wasn't Organization 13 yet, but anyway, he was carrying him. I mean, of course, Ventus didn't have a shirt on. I was like, what? But he was carrying him, and then he was at the beach. Thought, not a single thing has changed. Here in this quiet world, time marches in place. Content that Ventus would find peace here, I started to walk away. But just then the boy held up his keyblade. The light with him had not died. So he was going to leave him on Destiny Island. He was going to leave him there. Ventus and Vanitas were not matched in power. I could not train them together, or Vanitas' darkness would gnaw away what little Ventus had left. Of course, since I needed a place where the boy's light might flourish, the answer was obvious. Ericus and his absolutes. Considering how we had parted ways, I expected friction. But if anything, Ericus seemed delighted to see me again. He readily agreed to take care of Ventus. Now I need only wait for the boy's heart to get stronger. I had not visited this second home of mine for some time, and discovered Ericus had already found two pupils of his own. Within one of them, Terra, I sensed something. The boy, though well-intentioned, seeks power single-mindedly, and that kind of hunger is a seed bed for darkness. I had found my vessel. Oh, wow, and there you have it, folks. I just need number 5, and then, I don't know, I think there might be a 12th one there, but that's pretty much the, pretty much how it ended up. You know, but as I look at it, I'm reading, you know, in writing, when someone writes something, you're also reading their thoughts. So the thoughts that he had was, to him, he strongly believed in this Kingdom Hearts. But for him to desire that power to create a balance, the motive to do that, it's like, why pursue such a decision? Why pursue something like that so much? So that means there's more here. Gotcha. Like, why pursue him so much? In other words, why so serious? I mean, I can read those letters again to kind of get an idea of his motive, but it's like his curiosity peaked. He wanted to tap into that power. He heard of it. He was curious. He was knowledgeable. He was scientific. He wanted to gain access to that power so much. He wanted it for himself. And he wanted it to, in such that he could be connected with it. It's like, in a way, he's found his own destiny for himself. And that is to tap into this mysterious world, or this mysterious Kingdom Hearts that has been unveiled to him through his research. So in his efforts, he's willing to do whatever it takes to gain access to this place. He'll do anything to do it. He'll engage in anything to do it. So that's just how he was. Now I know in Kingdom Hearts 3 they also revealed a little bit, but Xehanort in Terra's body landed in Ansem's place, and it was Ansem that took him in, right? So it was Ansem. And then reading the letters in Kingdom Hearts 1, I even did my research. I looked on wikis, I looked on a lot of details. It was founded that not Ansem himself, but Xehanort, who took on the body of Terra, imprinted his name to be Ansem, and was writing letters as though Ansem wrote it. It happens in one of the later notes, and I found out about it. I looked online, I found out about it. It's actually, yeah, some of the things that were written later and down the road, it wasn't really Ansem himself, but it was Xehanort taking upon his name. I think Ansem disappeared or whatnot, or something happened with him. But yeah, he was alive, but he was gone for a bit or something, but or whatnot, or he was doing things, and then it was later Xehanort writing as Ansem carrying out experiments, because he was still trying to find a way to access the Kingdom Hearts door. So when I look at the Ansem that I fought in Kingdom Hearts 1, and I saw the same suit as Xehanort in this one, I realized, though, that was Xehanort as Terra. I believe that was him. And for him to tap into Riku, and Riku being the one absorbed in the darkness and wearing an outfit that looked like Vanitas. You already knew. I already figured out. I was like, oh, I get it. Just like Terra tapping into the darkness. Gotcha. And he wore a suit like Vanitas. So it was so clear, the connection right there. His destiny was going to go into darkness, but then eventually he overcame it. And now he was able to take on the form of the Ansem Terra look. See, that's what I thought. I thought maybe that, I'll look it up just to confirm. I thought maybe that Ansem was, yeah, that was him, Xehanort, the whole time. But it's like, you don't understand. That's why, the lore was so confusing, because without this game and a few others, you wouldn't have gotten the connections. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 going even further. And then people have made videos about it to bring up the timeline. So, the basic premise is that you're dealing with a world where there's such concepts like light and darkness taking in certain forms of Keyblade rulers and the darkness of creatures and things that exist in the world of Kingdom Hearts. And that there's this strange entity of a door that has untapped power called Kingdom Hearts. That's all you can say about that. So it's kind of very interesting concept and story here. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and stream today. Yeah, so I'm just gonna rest up and end the stream. But thank you for joining the stream, Saito, and anyone else. Consider leaving a like and subscribe if you really love the streams, and look out for more. But stay blessed, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. End of the case.